What it do, peeps? The final mystery person was revealed from Unrivaled. Shannon Sharpe beefing with employees. We got to get into it next on Watch the Damn Tape. The final, what it do? The final mystery player was revealed, and it was Sabrina Ionescu, and this made a lot of people happy. The, to me, this whole thing is strange, and the rollout with the we got additional money so we can fund five more spots. That seemed weird as well. I know they were banking on Caitlin Clark. You did not do a rollout and then do mystery players and open up those five little spots just to add Sabrina Ionescu, Katie Lou Samuelson, Cameron Brink. You just didn't do it for that. They were banking on big stars. And, it's a small league, so they're going to pump up the Sabrina signing like it's going to be major. I told you guys before, this to me is WNBA light. That's all they're doing. And that's what this signing showed me. It's like, yeah, you're plucking players. The trade they did the other day, they're basically making the aces over. It's ridiculous. And there's people complaining about that trade as well because, excuse me, some people had already got locked into liking the team with the players that they had on it. I mean, it's like a woman's version of White Man Can't Jump. I mean, you had some people that were for this team, and then some people loved Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. So when you move people around, you're like, hey man, you breaking up my squad. So I get it. But with that being said, the Sabrina Ionescu thing did not move the needle one bit. Not one bit. Now, Shannon freaking Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe went on First Take, and Stephen A. had his little thing to say about Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler and what they said during the commentary of a game over the weekend. And they made a subtle jab to about First Take and them, talking about the playoff and the selections and how they ripped some of the stuff. And he said they're probably going to rip this one too. I just got to hear what they got to say. That's it. It was light. It wasn't something you should even address. Steven says his part. He says, it wasn't First Take that said it. It was me that said it. Well, Shannon goes WWE, goes all Hollywood. Like, hey, ESPN ain't got enough people to hold me back for what I'm gonna say to do to y'all and all this crap. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. For one, if this was really serious and you really had a beef with them, you wouldn't have went in that manner, and you wouldn't have put it on TV. You went to the ESPN execs with what you were gonna do beforehand, and you told them. Because any other person on any other job that threatened a coworker would be fired. Trust and believe. You'd been removed so fast. So they knew what you were going to do. Everything you two do is calculated. Shannon is trying so hard to become a Hollywood entity. So hard. Just think, 2024, in 2024 alone, I mean, not things happen to everybody in life, but not to the level that Shannon Sharpe's going through. Shannon Sharpe does the Cat Williams interview. Mike Williams makes a comment and says, he says he's kind of sweet and sassy. Shannon threatens Mike Epps. This is right before the All-Star game. All-Star game's in Indiana. Mike Epps is from Indiana. Mike Epps' people started reaching out to Shannon. Like, dude, you're going to be a host in a celebrity game. If you want to reach out and touch Mike, we'll reach out and touch you. And that quickly got resolved. They met, they did it so everybody can see it and took pictures because, see, Shannon took an act and tried to make it real. And Mike Epps' people are real. And they're really about that life and they're from the streets. Shannon wanted no parts of that shit. So he quickly squashed that because he didn't want to get his ass whooped for real. So then, time goes on. And then he has the incident with the cell phone that he records himself on a YouTube live having sex. A day later, he's selling T-shirts. A day after that, he's turned it into a commercial for the little sex erectile dysfunction drug, and that's what he's peddling now, the erectile dysfunction drug. So that was all staged. This is the third part of it. Make a fool of myself by going at an employee. And ESPN has become a big circus. You got Stephen A. Smith supposedly beefing with Pat McAfee over contract negotiations. Now you got Shannon Sharpe trying to fight Kirk Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler. Excuse me. I mean, come on. Then Malika Andrews. And I love black men. All this shit happening on one freaking network. This screams reality TV show, and this screams WWE. All scripted, all staged, because we don't watch that shit no more. Nobody watches ESPN. They stopped doing sports a long time ago. They started getting into political issues and these people's rights issues, and the dog didn't get his water in a gold bowl issue. Everybody's got an issue at ESPN. They stopped talking about sports. We stopped watching. That's why we all got podcasts. That's why everybody's trying to run to YouTube to do sports. That's a mainstream person, because nobody wants to hear that shit on that TV every day. Nobody wants to see Shannon Sharpe wanting to fight Kirk Herbstreit and what he's going to do. I mean, it screamed, Mr. T, I pity the fool. I pity the fool that messed with me. It screamed that. I'm like, dude, you're not Junkyard Dog. You and Hulk Hogan, you and Stephen A. Smith are not the Road Warriors. You're not Hawk and Animal. Y'all ain't finna go jump off the top rope. If Stephen A. Smith jumped off the top rope, his damn toupee would fall off. Shannon's hip would come out. Y'all old dudes, man, sit y'all ass down, man. It's just talk about today's topics and stuff like that. Nobody want to hear that shit about you talking about other people, other coworkers, and how you got beef with them because they said a joke that nobody took offense to nationally. Nobody said, ooh, I can't wait to first take tomorrow to hear what they're going to say. Nobody said that. All this was fake controversy. What do you guys think? Man, please let me know in the comments. New subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you for joining. Old subscribers, thank you for continuing to rock with your boy. And as always, until next time, peace.